Well, hello. Thanks for taking this time to participate in this interview. We are conducting a university project for our organization behavior course about how teams function and what makes teams high performing. Well, in this interview, we'll take approximately 20 minutes, and the information will be used only for academic purposes. With your permission, we will like to record the interview.
Okay, so first of all, I will ask you to introduce yourself and tell us what does your team do?
Okay, so my name is Mauro Franco Cruz Caballero. I am a honorary member of the Students Engineering Society at the University of Anáhuac Querétaro. So what do we do like in like the engineering society? We basically just like kind of plan all of the activities in like engineering, not only like academic activities, but like integration activities, like also like religious like activities and all that kind of stuff, so all the students in engineering could feel like connected and could like find an space, to development themselves.
Okay, and how many people are part of your team and what are their main roles?
Yeah, so in our team, like in all the engineering society, we are 23 people, like 23 members. But there are like different committees. Like in the engineering society, we have like the integration committee, we have like the PR committee, we have like the academic committee, we have like the ASUA committee, and I am part of the integration committee. So what we basically do is to like plan all of like the fun activities in engineering society.
Okay, and what are the main goals or objectives your team is currently working toward?
Yes, so actually, like our objective is the engineering week, which is this week literally, like from Wednesday to Friday. Like the main objective of the engineering society, I mean, of course, it's to bring spaces to the students, to bring like academic tools to them, to bring like fun activities to them. But like our main objective is to like create like a really good engineering week.
Thank you.
Okay, Mauro, to continue to the interview, how clear it for team members how their individual work contributes to the team's overall goals?
Yeah, I think that it's actually like pretty clear. Like since we are divided like in committees, like everybody knows like what is like their objective, like what like everyone knows what they have to do. So I think that, for example, in engineering week, like I mean, like in the integration committee, as I said, but like we don't know like clearly what to make like engineering week like as as an integration committee, but we have to help like the others committees to like bring like conferences, to bring like people, to bring like business to the engineering week. So I think it's pretty clear like what is our work in engineering society.
Okay, and how do you usually communicate responsibilities and expectations within the team?
Yeah, so I will talk like what we personally do like in the integration committee. We have like a meeting like once a week, like every Thursday we have like a meeting. So then we could like talk about what are going to be like the next activities, what do we have to do with these activities, and like to kind of assign like activities to all of the members of the committee.
Okay, and There have been situations where the team members were unclear about their roles or responsibilities.
I think that if I base that question like in committees, I think no, but like in the society, like in general, I think that sometimes it's not like pretty clear what we have to do, especially in this week because I mean these weeks have been like really stressful because of the engineering week. But other than that, I think that it is always like pretty clear. I mean, as like any team, there are always like disagreements or that kind of things. But in general, I think that we are doing like a good job.
Okay, and what actions did you take as a leader to ensure everyone is aligned with team's goals?
Yeah, so I think that for me, communication is the main thing that we have to keep in a team in order to assure like an effective work. And I mean, if you have like a good communication with your team, then I think that everything is going to be like okay, and every people is going to work like really good. So for me, like the main thing that I do as a leader is to communicate my thoughts, my ideas, and to also hear others' ideas.
Thank you, Mauro.
So now, talking about psychological safety, do team members feel comfortable sharing ideas or disagreeing during the meetings?
I think that yes, most of the time, because sometimes I actually had felt like not like really comfortable like sharing my ideas and my thoughts. But I mean, we are in a team, like we have to adapt ourselves to different kind of thoughts. But I think that in general, yes, everyone feels comfortable, but there are like sometimes some disagreements, like in meetings, like in WhatsApp group chats and those kind of things.
Okay, what usually happens when someone in the team makes a mistake?
Um, when someone makes a mistake, I think that like as a team, we try to find a way to fix that mistake, like not telling that person that, oh no, you did a mistake, you're the worst person in the world, but it's like more that, okay, so you did that, how can we help you, what we can do to fix that, what you can do to fix that. It's like communication.
So now, how easy is it for team members to give feedback or question decisions?
I think that sometimes it's pretty uncomfortable, since I think that there is kind of egocentrism in engineering society sometimes. But I think that when we give feedback to people, like they react in the best way possible, I think. But I mean, it's not always like that. Like we are 23 people in engineering society. Of course, as I said, there are always gonna be disagreements.
So, can you recall a situation where a different opinion helped improve a team decision?
Mm, like to name a situation.
Yeah, to recall it, to if you can describe one situation,
Uh-huh.
what will it be?
Yes, so I would put like the engineering week as an example. So we had to like create like all these social media like resources, like the publications and all that stuff, like the stories. And actually, I think that many members had like different ideas of how to make that in the best way possible than the original idea. And I think that by sharing those ideas like, okay, so we can recreate that, we could do that instead of that. I think that we got like a best product. And yes.
Okay, well, hello, Mauro. These questions are going to be about the purpose and the impact. So the first one is, how clear is it for team members how their work impacts customers, users, or the organization?
I think that it is most of the time really clear, but I think that not all the people is like really involucrated like in the engineering society. In my personal case, I think that I know the impact that I can make like through all of my activities, through all of what I do. But I think that some of them hadn't like realized how can they impact like the students, how can they change some things and to create like a positive impact, like changing things. And but I mean it's all about that to motivate people to like find themselves in the best way ever, so they can really realize that they can really could make an impact.
Okay,
But most of the time it's really clear.
perfect. Okay, so how do you communicate the importance or purpose of the team's work?
Yeah, that's an actually really good question. Uh, since we have like this kind of meetings like once a week or like with all the society, like once like 2 weeks we have like one meeting, the other weeks no. So in those kind of meetings, I really try to admire everyone's job. Like, okay, I love what you're doing. I really like what you're doing. I think that you are doing that like in the best way ever. Keep it like that. I know you can do it. Like you can keep it like that. I know that you can have an impact like doing those kind of things. And I think that those kind of comments are what really motivate people. Like sometimes we really feel like stressed about like what is going on in engineering society. So if you have someone in your team like telling you that, okay, you're doing amazing, you can do it, keep it like that, I think that you could definitely like literally keep it like that.
Okay, so how do you think team members feel motivated by the purpose of what they do?
So since we are divided in different committees, so I think that everyone's know what they should do for that committee. So since I'm in like in the integration committee, I know what is my purpose, literally. So I know the impact that I could make, as well as everyone's know the impact that they could make. Because we are divided, like when they put you like in a committee, it's because of how you are, like your attitudes and like everything. Like for example, I think that I got into like the integration committee because of I'm like a really friendly person, but others like are in like the academic committee because like they really like that kind of things. And so if you are like in a specific committee, like what is your purpose because you are there for a specific reason. So what kind of impact you can make.
Hello, Mauro. I talk about team change. What would you say are the biggest change your team currently face?
the biggest challenges, right? Or changes.
Changes.
Okay. So, like changes of like things that we are changing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, um, mm, actually, I think that, I mean, if you talk about like changes, um, for example, there is sometimes like a lot of egocentrism, or not a lot, but like a little bit of egocentrism in engineering society. And I think that is something that we could change. Since, as I said, since we are 23 people in the engineering society, I think that sometimes it's not like pretty comfortable to face those kind of situations where people are a little bit egocentrism.
Okay. Okay. If you could improve one aspect of the team's dynamics, what will it be?
Hmm. I think that sometimes, like, it's not like, okay, so sometimes they don't ask us, like, okay, what do you want to make? Like, they just tell us. And sometimes I don't know how to make some kind of things. And, like, they just say, like, okay, so do this. So I have to do, like, the research by myself. And sometimes I don't feel like I am working with other people, but I am. So I think that that those kind of things are what I would like to change. But overall, I think that we are a really good team.
Okay, okay. And the final question, what kind of support or intervention do you think could help improve the team's performance?
Yes. Sorry, could you please repeat the question?
Yes. What kind of support or intervention do you think could help improve the team's performance?
Yes. So I'm like the kind of people who, like, when someone is doing like a thing and it's doing like amazing, I always like to like tell him or tell her, like, oh, I love what you're doing. Like, as I said previously, like, I love motivating people, like, like through highlight the good that they are doing. And I think that that is a really good way to keep people motivated and to keep people focused on what they are doing. If you kind of can, like, tell people that you are doing it great, I think that then you are going to have like a good team. And I mean, for me, everything is in the communication, and to assign like specifics, good roles to all of the, like the team members.
Okay, thanks, Mauro. I think that's everything we have to ask. If not, tell me. Thank you so much for your time and insights. Your responses will help us better understand the team dynamics and develop recommendations to improve the team performance as part of our academic project. Thank you so much.